All right, friends, welcome back. We're back for now. A little hiatus, but hey, that's because we got to get that sweet, sweet content coming in. All right, so we've got a short episode today because two people answered my call to send me some voice memos. So shout out Scott and Ty. Um, Ty has a question for me, which I'll play in a moment. So you get to hear extended talk from Sarah today. So aren't you lucky to have press played on this one? So that's where we are. But I will say we've got some big interviews coming up. I think. I mean, who knows? Um, so stay tuned. Tell your friends. And then let's see. Yeah, Instagram, camptime_real time. Give us a follow. Send me an email, camptimefcdc@gmail.com. And what else? Yeah, you can still send me your voice memos. If I get enough of these, I'll put together another 7-minute episode. You'll love it. Um, Got my camp application in the mail today. Pretty excited about that. No shout out to the U.S. Postal Service. It went from Franklin to Hopkinton via Pony Express, apparently. But that's good. And yeah, we're looking forward to camp. So that's it. That's all I have. So enjoy the quick episode. And again, we're all in this one together. So um, I would love to talk to you about camp. So give me an email or slide into the DMs on the Camp Time Instagram page. As you can tell from the way I'm talking, I'm a very, very hip millennial, so I know how to communicate. So yeah, either, send a quick voice memo and we'll do one of these abbreviated shows or talk to me. So that's that. All right. Enjoy the show and hopefully we'll see you soon. Bye.
Hi, Sarah. Scott Sorensen here. Thanks again for having me on the podcast previously. It was a lot of fun. Want to touch on something that I've been hearing you talk about a lot, which is you mentioned a few times that there's no booing at camp, no booing allowed. And I agree. There's never booing allowed at camp. Except for one time. It was when I was an assistant, maybe my senior year of being an assistant, and myself, along with Jack and Kyle, we got in trouble for something, just typical camp trouble. But instead of serving our punishment at Sing right then and there, we told the camp, hey, we'll come up with something really good, and we'll have it for tomorrow at Sing. And they said, all right, okay. So we went to Kyle's parents' house that evening. We were hanging out, trying to think of what we could do. Kyle's initial idea was that he wanted us to learn the dance to the song Thriller, which Jack and I quickly said, no way, we're not doing that. That's way too much work. So then our next idea was kind of like, oh, what if we did like some type of like montage of songs or dances? That was almost a pretty good idea, but it still wasn't quite there yet. Then we said, oh, what if we put a couple songs with accompanying dances onto a CD, and then we could have the camp pick a random track number, and whatever song starts playing, we would do that dance. Hey, that sounds pretty good. That sounds like a fun thing for the camp to see it Sing. So let's skip ahead to the next day at Sing. We get up there to serve our punishment. Everyone knew it was coming. They're looking forward to what big show we had practiced and were about to perform. So we told the camp, all right, camp, we've got this CD, and it's got 5 songs on it. Kind of making them up for this revision of the story, but we said, oh yeah, the songs are Cotton Eye Joe, Thriller, I'm a Little Teapot, the Cha-Cha Slide, and something else with a good dance. So pick a song or pick a number randomly, and whatever track number that corresponds to, we'll do the dance. So of course everyone's hoping that they're gonna randomly pick the Thriller one. They want to see us do the Thriller dance. So I think the crowd chooses number 3. So Tom says, "All right, play number 3," and we get ready for our dance. And out of the Bose speakers comes, "I'm a little teapot, short and stout." And we hear the whole camp kind of collectively groan because they wanted one of the better dances for us to do. So very quickly, Tom goes, "Oh, no, wait. Camp, you meant to say track number 1, didn't you?" Yeah, that's right, we meant to say 1. Okay, pause the song, put on track number 1 instead, and we smile, look at each other and go, "Okay, sure, number 1 instead." And they hit play, and the camp hears, "I'm a little teapot, short and stout." And the booze started raining over us like a hurricane. We could have been booed out of town, and not a single person raised a finger to stop it. And we did the "I'm a little teapot" dance because, the camp quickly realized they just put on 5 copies of "I'm a Little Teapot" on the CD and didn't have any of the other dances planned out. So we pulled a pretty good prank on the camp, but I also thought it was hilarious that we were booed. Just want to share that one with you. Thanks very much.
Oh, hi, Sarah. This is Ty, friend of the pod. I have a question for you. If they were to create a new activity at camp that would match the 2022, what would you like to see, and what would that be? What's the one that we wish we could have, and what's the one that we deserve? All right. Hope you're well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I said this when I was talking to the Katies, and I can't remember if I left it in. I think yoga. I think yoga would be cool. Now, I love yoga, so that's probably why, but there are so many things you could do with it. Like, it doesn't have to be like enter like into a quiet space, because that probably wouldn't fly anyway. But you could do, like, you meet somewhere, or like at Morning Flag, it's like, all right, today at yoga, we're meeting in the gazebo, or today at yoga, we're meeting, or I guess you have a designated spot. I don't know. But then you could like do yoga around camp. So it's like, all right, let's go to theater and we'll do Warrior 2. And it could be like ninja yoga, right? Or let's go out into the woods. We'll do tree pose on on a tree. Or something like that. Because yoga is, it's just movement. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, or anyone who's listening who knows, was movement an activity? It was like called movement. I think we may have laughed about that as campers, but I think it would be cool to do yoga as just a standalone. Maybe it's like maybe just a once a week activity. I don't know the scheduling of it, but yeah, my vote is for yoga, because you can make that as intense or as relaxing as possible. You yoga under a sprinkler on a hot day. You can do, yoga is like an easy one to transition into a covered space on a rainy day. I don't know. I'm all in for yoga. That does lead me to talk a little bit about some activities that are no longer at camp. The one that always jumps to mind is Shaolin, which is like martial arts. So we did it for a year at the tent, and I can't even remember if we had the tent up at that point, if it was just the basketball court. But I believe the woman who ran it, her name was Jody, and I believe she drove like a Camaro. She was very cool. But yeah, we had Shaolin for, I think, just a year. So yeah, activities come and go. But yeah, my vote is for yoga. And if you think that is a good idea, let me know. If you think it's not a great idea, let me know. Let's talk about it. Thanks, Ty. I noticed the emails stopped coming. We were on a little bit of a roll there. I was emailing with Shay. Mike sent that email. And now it's just my friends at Google Support again. So if we could keep the emails coming, that would be great. I think Mike and Shay would both say I'm pretty quick to respond. And, my response to getting an email is, it's like when it was 1995 and you had AOL and you'd have something in your inbox. Do we have email via AOL? Is that how it works?
Yeah. You definitely had email.
Yeah.
We just used it for Instant Messenger and messaging all your friends. What was your screen name?
That's a good question. It was Sawa, SAWA 00002.
That's a lot of zeros.
Uh,
Cool.
Now,
was that on purpose?
listeners of the pod might. It's a funny question you asked. So it was Sawa because there was one summer at camp where it was the summer I had the Tenderfeet, the youngest group, and all the kids, not all the kids, some of the kids would call me Sawa because they were, still learning how to talk. And so Bonnie started calling me Sawa, and it was the summer that people would chant Sawa. So this was the year, right? The year that you were like choosing your screen name, basically.
Oh yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, oh, I've got one. I was like, I'll do Sawa because that way, if someone at camp is searching for me, they'll probably think that that's what I would go by. And then, of course, my favorite number growing up was 2. It was like my soccer number and all my sports. And Sawa 2 was taken. So I was like, all right, 02, taken. 002, taken. And I was like, I'm not giving up now. So I kept going. And it was Sawa. I'm sorry, it was with 5 zeros. 000002. Okay, that's our show for today. Hope you enjoyed those little clips and hope you enjoyed the different audio volumes and quality. That's what you get. That last one was my husband, Marcus. He was helping me. We were trying to figure out how to record 2 people in the same room. What a novel idea. And that question about screen name came up organically, so we wanted to share it. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the quick pod. We'll see you soon.